let's take a look at Dillon Gabriel from that preseason game. Jake, I know you've done this on your site, brownsfilmbreakdown.com. What did you see? Take us through what you saw with Dillon Gabriel and in this preseason game.
I thought he was decisive. I thought the football came out and was accurate, precisely accurate most of the time, operating different portions of the field. This was a miscommunication up front. I think they set the protection the wrong way on the first play of the game. Kind of see me talking through why I feel it's that way, and then kind of an option to throw once he punches out of there. But I digress. I thought he handled schematically what they wanted him to do, efficient with the footwork, ball was out. Now there's two mistakes made, right? The ball on the bootleg needs to just be thrown away. I think once you punch out of there and realize the chaos that's around that high-low portion of the field, I do think there's a reason to just throw that football away. And that's the talking point that Kevin Stefanski has mentioned and others. So that mistake is obviously magnetized. It's a huge part of conversation. But as you'll see here, a bunch of just really good throws. I mean, inside the pocket where he's navigating, I thought he was more comfortable than I expected him to be working in his first NFL game, finding those windows. It didn't feel like the game was too big for him, putting the football in those tight spaces he needed to. And again, it wasn't just sideline throws, wasn't just quick throws. There were middle of the field throws that were really impressive as well, kind of where he's navigating some chaos to get to the place to deliver it. And then the handoff fumble, I need to see it run again from another back, another quarterback, could be Dillon again, to see if his aiming point when he took off from under center was too narrow, because he went too far vertical going back to hand the football off, and Pierre Strong's angle was wider. So he then tried to stretch the football out to Pierre, and it was too wide, and it hit him in the elbow, and it just was a messy, clunky operation in the backfield. So my hunch is that Dillon was wrong on that. That's going to be a clear opportunity to have some growth in a world he hasn't lived under center predominantly in his college career. A little bit of it in Oregon his last year, but not much. So, yeah, I mean, to me, it's cleaning up a couple little minor things, but there's so much encouraging. Just like Shedeur, who I thought had a bunch of encouraging things in his performance, I thought Dillon did too, and they both leave you excited about what they could do for this team if they get the opportunity this year.
Yeah, Jake, the one thing that kind of stood out with Gabriel, I was curious how he would do with a muddied pocket. There were a couple of times where he kind of felt pressure, kind of moved, found a throwing lane, and found it and delivered it. His arm was a lot stronger than I thought it was as well.
Yeah, man, the kid can play. I mean, you don't go to Oklahoma, you don't go to Oregon, you don't find success the way he did without, being able to navigate pockets, being able to deliver the football into tighter windows, and he did that stuff in school. So I'm not surprised by it. I understand some people have had a strong opinion of him at camp, and I was there, and there were some days where he was just not. It was not efficient. It was not good. But football leaves a lot to be known by only the people operating in the football space that's being coached. So I understand there's an urgency to get things to a place you think they are supposed to be, but there's just so much you don't know as a fan, as an analyst, even looking in from the outside. And I think that is some stuff that can happen during camp, especially in limited viewings, right? So yeah, I was just like you, very impressed with his ability to window hunt, is what I call when you're a shorter guy. You got to find those windows in the pocket to be able to see and then deliver. And he did a great job of it. There's a couple times guys were almost retreating into his lap, and he just kind of like navigated it in a way that I think can work for him at the NFL level, and then kind of used his hand to keep some space away. There's a couple good examples in that film room. It's an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, I broke that down to like parallel to what the rest of the offense did in the first half. So it's a long one, but there's some really good stuff in there that's worth it for people who want to see it.